I'm Suzanne Bateman and I am 52 years old, and I started CrossFit in January of 2015. In 2012, I was on a trail, running down the trail, and I fell and tore my hamstring completely off my hip bone. And my surgeon at the time asked me if I did CrossFit, and I said no, because I'd never heard of it. And he said, you should, you could do it. So that sort of planted the seed way back in 2012. Well, I was taking care of my mother at the time, and she is diabetic and she had a stroke, and I had to do everything for her, including lifting her up off the floor. And I noticed that that became harder and harder. And I decided I better be able to pick my mom up. So I started CrossFit, and I feel like I'm getting better and stronger. And the important thing was I could handle my mom a lot easier. But just day-to-day living, I feel stronger in my back, I don't ache. Plus just the time away from all of that in the gym with a totally different scene and people who encouraged me was life-saving for me. I was nervous when I first started about the whole scene. Of course, I'm old, so I did bodybuilding in the 80s, which is hilarious because I was the proverbial 98-pound weakling. And of course, then the trainers wanted you to take all kinds of garbage. And I didn't believe in any of that, so I was short-lived in that arena. And I just did my own thing. I rock climbed, I skydived, I scuba dived. That fell away after I had all my kids. So when I came back to being physically fit, I was just nervous because I had taken a long hiatus raising my children, and I had been away from any kind of lifting for literally years. And I felt like, oh, I don't remember how to do anything, I'm gonna look silly. But when I read about CrossFit, it emphasized that they have coaches to walk you through step by step every movement, which I knew I needed that education, and I still do. And I love that aspect of the CrossFit community is they teach you continually, and they don't assume that you know how to do any movement just because they say what it is. But I still need the time to myself to improve me and just to deal with daily life when living. So that's why I continue on with it, and I love it.